Hello there, hi everybody. I don't know if you can hear me. Having a testing time today with the technology. Let's see where we are. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What does this button do here? Yeah, my laptop decided to die this morning. Hey Quinton, can you hear me? If you can, let me know. And brother Liam, yeah, if you can, just let me know. Can you hear me? Okay. Thumbs up. I take it that means you can hear me. Is that you, Lubna? Yeah, I've had a testing time with technology today. My laptop decided to go to sleep for a while, and he might be asleep for a long while. Can you hear me okay, Quinton? Yep, brilliant. Thanks. Thumbs up. Liam, loud and clear. Fantastic. Lubna, yes, we were supposed to talk yesterday, Lubna, but we'll talk later on today, I'm sure. Yeah, before I get started, I just wanted to wish everyone, right now and the replay viewers, very happy 2018. And look, the sun does shine on the back of my head. Yeah, lots of good things are going to happen, and it's what we can do together. Now, it's been a little while since I did a Facebook live. It's been a fair few months. And I see some great people doing Facebook lives all the time, and I think that's really good. Lots of useful information out there, and lots of learnings. But it's been a while since I've done one. But I'm here. Hello, VJ. Hello, bye. Javier, nice to see you. And brother Jalpesh from India, fantastic. Namaste, Kemche bhai. Hope you're good. Yeah, we're getting people from all around the world. So good morning, good evening, good night. Hello, Kemsho, namaste, salam alaikum, sat sri akal, hola, and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm going to kick off in a few minutes, and just get to the things that are really, really important. Pragna, very nice. Thank you for joining us as well. 2018, here we are. For most people, it's a new year. In fact, for everyone, it's a new year. But is it actually a year of difference? I mean, are you doing anything different? Because what most people are doing is what most people do. They are doing exactly what they did the year before, what they did the year before that, and the year before that. And they are effectively going from a process of surviving, enduring, a bit more survival, a bit more suffering, and then they settle for life. They kind of give up. Walter, thank you for joining us. Please also share this with your friends as well. Now, I've been very fortunate in the sense that I've had, I'm not one of these what I call shelf help people. I don't just get a book, read it, and think, well, that's it. I have the mystery of the universe solved. I've had a very colourful life. I continue to have a colourful life, and learning all the time. A lot of life experiences. Work with some fantastic people. Sonal, my God, that's a blast from the past. I'll say no more. But yeah, someone from my college days. Fantastic to see you. And a real mega superstar on at the moment. My brother Simon Brooks. If you guys want to know anything about network marketing, what it's all about, whatever business you're in terms of whatever, whether you're in cryptocurrency or some other MLM, Simon Brooks is the man to talk to just for general guidance as well. Monique, great to see you as well. And coming back to what I was saying, I've had a very colourful life. I continue to have a colourful life, and I have real hands-on experience in terms of what works and what doesn't work. I've had the opportunity to work with thousands of people. And I've learned not just from my mistakes, but from their mistakes too, because none of us is going to live long enough to make all the mistakes ourselves. And honestly, we don't want to be making mistakes. We want to, learn from what other people have been through, so we can compress time, leverage our skills, and really go out there and make a difference. And all of us at some time go through hardship, whether it's emotional, physical, financial, and sometimes all of these at the same time. All of these things hit you at the same time. And it's like that. It's like when you're waiting for a bus. If you're waiting for a bus, you don't see a bus for ages, then all three come at the same time. And, I know my brother Simon's been through some very tough times very recently. Rahul, hi, bye, Kemcho, Jai Hind. Likewise, I've had some tough times as well, bereavements, close family, and it takes a toll on you. It's what I've come to realize is, life, it's still exciting. It's still exciting, but, you can get, kicked in the proverbials, and it can be hard to pick yourself up. But I'm living proof that you can. And what I want to share with you today is just a few things which I hope will help you make your 2018 different to every other year that you've ever had. Because you can either make it a life of wow or woe. Now, you've got the choice, and it's ultimately in your hands. I've had the opportunity to help many, many people become millionaires and multimillionaires, and some have gone to become billionaires, and together we are changing the world. But it's not about me. It's about what we can do together. And those of you who know me well know that I'm all about making a positive difference, step by step, every breath, every day. You don't have to go and do something outrageously, wild or loud, but just make a difference every single day in what you're doing. And sure, you're going to make mistakes as you go along, but keep going. Now, one of the things I want to share with you to make your 2018 better than any other year you've ever had is I want you to have a reality check. Yep, this could be a little bit painful. Yep, Lubna, I'm going to tell you all about it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I hear you? What I want you to do is I want you to have a reality check, and I want you to ask yourself, what's your attitude like? What's your attitude? Because there's a lot of things out there you can't control. Most people are waiting for circumstances to change, and then they react to them. But I'll tell you what, whether it's physics or just common sense, cause and effect, if you're at the effect end of a situation, you are powerless. You're waiting for circumstances to change. They may not change the way you want them to change. They may not change in the right time. And guess what? You are in victim mode. You're powerless. And basically, it's not a good place to be. So I want you to have a look at your attitude. What is your attitude about everything? Get yourself a pen and paper sometime. Rewatch this. Parish, bye. A blessing to have you. Have a reality check in terms of what is your attitude, to money. What is your attitude to being healthy? What is your attitude to being even happy? Because there are a lot of people out there who are walking around, to be honest, with a really bad attitude. Life is tough. Life is shite. Life is horrible. Nobody wins. Well, with that sort of attitude, you're not going to win. You won't. As simple as that. And it's wonderful. There's people from all around the world tuning in. I want you to share this because I think it will be invaluable to you. I'm not here to tell you how wonderful I am, but I'm here to share with you how wonderful you are. Devki, yes, networking meeting overdue. Trevor, great to see you. What I want to know is, what's your attitude to everything? Write it down. Do some homework. Nothing is going to change till you change. And I'm a firm believer that if you wait for circumstances to change, guess what? You'll be waiting forever. Forever. You have to do what Leonardo da Vinci says, and what I'm a firm believer in. You have to happen to circumstances. You have to bend the circumstances to meet what you need. And what you'll find is you'll leverage time. One of the things you can do, and I know I speak 100 miles an hour, is do a reality check. Write down, just first thing, what are the important things in your life? If you don't know what they are, then that's the first thing. What are the important things in your life? Number one, what are the important things in your life? Your family, certain friendships, your health. Health has got to be up there. Don't make the mistake of what some people do, which is, I'll make a lot of money and then I'll look after my health. Guess what? I know so many people who are wealthy but not healthy. And, they've made millions in the process of, whatever they do. And in the process have lost their health. And now they would give all those millions away just to have their health back. So your health should be up there. So your family, certain friendships, your health, your spirituality, your sense of contribution. How do you want to be remembered when your time is up? Because one day your time is going to be up. And people will, they'll come to your funeral, etc. And they tend to say nice things at funerals because that's the done thing. People don't normally disrespect you at your funeral. But what's the mark you want to leave on the world? So find out what are the important things to you. What relationships do you want? And then look at your attitude towards them. What's your attitude to certain members of your family? What's your attitude towards money? Are you fearful of it? Are you frightened of it? Are you having a fantastic time with it? If you are, tell me how. I'd like to know too. Then Ilesh, fantastic. As I say, I hope you guys can hear me. Odette, Rahul, thank you for giving me the heads up that the sound is a bit low, but hopefully, as I say, you can hear me. If there's any problems, please let me know. I have some tech problems with my phone today as well. But what is your attitude like? So first of all, what are the important areas of your life? Family, friendships, love, health, spirituality, contribution. Secondly, what is your attitude to these things? And be honest about it. You don't have to impress me, you don't have to impress anybody else, but be truthful, because nothing will change until you are truthful. And I would tell you one thing for free, like this is free. The truth will set you free. If you're going through a tough time, it's okay. Be honest about it. There are a lot of people out there, they're, showboating and, look how great my life is. And they're spiritually bankrupt. Yeah. They're talking about how wonderful, their car is, but their relationship with their family is shite. Yeah. Now, you've got to decide what's important for you. You've got to decide what's important for you. I'm not going to tell you. I've given you some indications, and if you haven't heard them, listen again. Listen what's important to you. Then look at your attitude to this. These things are actually very simple, very fundamental, and they're the backbone to everything else in your life. People will say to you, sign for this program, get involved in this, MLM and this and that. But none of that is important till you know what's important to you. These are just tools that you can use. But the most important thing is find out what's important to you, and then what's your attitude to these things. And then, when you know what your attitude is, decide whether you like your attitude or you want to change it. And that takes some action. Yeah? Oh my God, Rod Bowley, fantastic, from the USA. Mike, fantastic. Glad you're here. Please do share. Change. How do you want your relationship to change? Because the most important relationship you will ever have is a relationship you have with yourself. And as you start to look at how you are reacting and responding to other people, you'll get a really good view of whether you're a nice guy or you're a bum. Simple as that. And the truth is, some people will tell you and some people won't. I'm very straightforward. If I think you're a bum, I'll just tell you, listen, I have clients who are millionaires, and I'll say to them, you might be successful in the business, but really, my friend, you need an attitude shakedown, how you treat other people. Here's a top tip for you, by the way. If you're out on a date or something, and I'm sure you heard something similar, a person who's nice to you, but is not nice to the waitress or the waiter, is not a nice person. So for all of you singletons out there, thinking, this person's whining and dining me, etc., but he's an ass to the waiter, that person is an ass, full stop. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Remember that. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Secondly, as I was saying, how do you change what actions do you take? Well, it's very simple. How do you want to change? Write it down. Don't commit it to your memory, because I'll tell you for free, again, your memory is pretty unreliable. I have an amazing memory, and I sometimes think my memory is unreliable. Did I say that already? Yeah, see? Proof of the pudding is in the eating. So, write down how you want your relationships to change. How do you want to feel about money? And you may say, well, Kirit, this is pretty, basic stuff. But yes, it is basic. It is fundamental. See, people don't do the basics. If you want to be healthy, it's very simple. Eat the right food. Drink the right liquids. Do the right exercise. And get rest. That's it. You don't have to go and do some, mad course running up and down some mountains, all the rest of it. It's simple, but most people don't do the simple things right. That's why they are fundamentally flawed later on. So I'll tell people, when I'm coaching people and mentoring them, I tell them straight. I said, I'm not here to be your friend. It's nice to be friends. I'm here to help you get to where you want to get to. And that's what it's about. So as I was saying, let's recap really quickly. What's your attitude like? First of all, what's important to you? Your family, your friendships, health, spirituality, your contribution. I've given you some suggestions. What's your attitude like? What's your attitude to your family like? To money, to spirituality, to contribution? What's it like? Does it make you feel nice and warm, or does it make you feel not so good? Decide. I'm not going to judge you. You've got to live with yourself. That's the most important thing. You've got to live with yourself. And once you know what your attitude is like, how do you want to change it? And if you say you don't want to change it, my friend, you are lying. Because it doesn't matter if your attitude is great, you can always make it better. In fact, recently I posted just a picture of myself on Facebook, and a very good friend of mine, Josh, he said, Kirit, because he thinks I've been sort of working out something. He said, have you been lifting? And I said, yes, just my standards. Yeah? So think about that. Just my standards. All of us can improve the quality of our life by raising our standards. Write that down. It's important. Raise your standards. Feroz, fantastic to see you. Oh, my God. Maribel, good to see you too. It's good to see all of you guys, actually. There's lots of people coming on, but to keep with the flow. Remember, how do you want to change your relationships? How do you want to do it? And then write down how you want them to be. Small steps repeated on a consistent basis will help you get there. You see, do you want to know the secret for success? Seriously, do you want to know the secret for success? Do you? Do you? Yes? I'll tell you. It's the same as the secret of failure. It's exactly the same. The secret to success is doing a certain number of things in a consistent way over a period of time. And the secret to failure is the same thing. Doing a certain number of things in a certain way over a period of time. If you continue to have a pattern of behavior over a period of time, you will get that result. So you have to change the steps that you're taking. You can't just wake up and say, I'm successful. Yeah, it's a good place to start, but you can't just have the thought about it. You've got to have some action and consistently measure it and see whether you're on the right path. Because otherwise, you could be, sabotaging yourself. So know that the secret to success and the secret to failure is exactly the same thing. What are the steps that you are taking in a consistent way over a period of time? See, none of this is rocket science, but most people are too busy running around like hamsters on a treadmill to ever realize how important it is. Luis, Seema, nice to see you. Georgiana, fantastic as well. And Nicola, oh my God. I've got to talk to you about aquariums later on. So coming back to it, what are the steps that you can take in terms of your relationships that will improve your relationships? Maybe, pick up the phone, have that conversation. A little bit often is a good idea. And then you can build it up. It's all about frequency, my friend. It's all about frequency. It's all about energy, in fact. So what are the things that you can do? What in terms of money? Here's a top tip. Most people would like more money. Is that right? Is that a yes? Is that a yes? Michelle, fantastic. A blessing indeed. Would you like more money? Well, first of all, you need to know, if you want more money, how much money do you have right now? Because otherwise you don't know whether you're getting more money or not. Do you have a budget? A budget is a dirty word for most people. But every millionaire client that I've mentored to become a millionaire and beyond, can tell you on the back of an envelope their net worth in less than 2 minutes. They don't need to go to their accountant and, draw up spreadsheets and pay these accountants ludicrous amounts of money. They know on the back of an envelope in 2 minutes their net worth. And they know what they are spending on a daily basis. If you don't know where your money is going, how the hell do you know anything? You've got to track these things. So right now, what is your financial situation at the moment? Get out your credit card bills, get out all the rest of the other stuff. Put it down. It could be painful, but don't run from it, because if you run from it, it will chase you, it will hound you. So get your credit card statements, get your bills, put them all there, look at them and then think, okay, I need to burn this, but burn it in the right way. Look at where your money's going. Look at where your income's coming from. Because if you don't know where you are, like the sat-nav principle, when you put your sat-nav on, you tell it where you want to go. But before you tell it where you want to go, it's got to realize where you are. So find out where you are, and from that you can work through. And I'll post some more information. And if you want to work with me, you can work with me, and I'll help you get from zero to hero. I've helped more than 1,000 people now go from zero to millionaire in 18 months or less. It's a mad formula, but it works. Even I don't know how it works, but it works. So what I want you to do is, whether it's your money or your relationships, find out how you want to improve it, break it down. What are the small steps you can take in a consistent way? And I promise you, you will get there. It takes some work. But what will happen is, when you have the right attitude, the right action steps, you will start to accomplish things. See? So you'll be a 3 A-star student. Attitude, action, and accomplishment. The other thing that's really important is, excuse me a second, where's my cup of tea gone? Oh, it's left in the kitchen. I'll leave it for the moment. Is you've got to take this action steps and all the rest of it on a consistent basis. So review how you go along at least once a week. And then you'll see whether you made any progress. And you'll decide whether the steps you're taking are having the desired effect. Only you are in charge of your life. And I'll tell you for free, most people are waiting till they have more time. The most time you ever had was the day you were born. Because since that time, the clock has been ticking, tick, 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 ticking away. Tomorrow you'll have less time than you had today. So this manana syndrome, bin it. Doing it tomorrow, bin it. Yeah? Decide what you need to do and get on with it. If you say you don't have enough time, go to bed 1 hour later, wake up 1 hour earlier. That gives you 2 hours extra. You may say you're tired. Well, you know what? What food are you eating? Are you exercising? Are you breathing properly? Most people spend more money on alcohol than they ever do on simple breathing. Or they'll spend money on food. There's money on this. You know what? If you don't eat, you'll live at least 3 weeks probably. If you don't have any water, you might survive 7 days. But if you stop breathing, 3 minutes is over. How much attention do you give to the simple things? The things that are free. Andy, thank you for joining us. Sheila, thank you. And Rani, my God, what a pleasure. Fantastic. So are you with me? Are you still there? I think you are. Pay attention to the simple things. Also, get some professional help. Yeah, I know. I could do with some as well. But get some professional help. If it's with your health, get some professional help. If you need to see a dietitian, go and see a dietitian. If you need coaching and mentoring, go and get the best. It's like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. There's so many people out there saying, well, I'll do it some other time. There is no more time. You've got to get on with it. If you want 2018 to be better than any other year you've ever had, you need to start being different. Because I promise you this, when you know what's important to you, when you start taking the attitude reality check, when you start looking at how you're going to lift your standards, and you start taking consistent steps towards it, you will accomplish more in 1 month than you did in the previous 12. And then people say to me oftentimes, they'll say, Kieran, how is it you get so much done so quickly? And I say, because I decided to. Yeah, I mean, I have days when the duvet beats me, I mean, not like beats me. That's a different story. The duvet wins, It says, today you're staying in. And I say, okay, today you win. But don't have a duvet day every day, Get out of bed. Take action. Because only action in a consistent way is going to help you change your life. But remember this, monitor your action. And finally for today, what's really important is get yourself, as I say, some professional help. Get yourself a coach. Get yourself, you think, well, I'm not a professional athlete. I don't need a coach. No, but you are a professional human being. So get yourself a coach. Get yourself a coach that knows and you can work with. Hit me up. See if I can help you. And finally, get yourself an accountability partner. Someone who will hold you to your word. And if you do these things, I promise you that 2018 will rapidly, radically transform for you. Now, the choice is yours. It's very simple. You can carry on and do nothing. And that's fine. 0 plus 0, last time I looked, was still 0. Or you can take a little bit of action and you get a little bit of results. But if you want fundamental changes in your life, in your prosperity, in your health, in your wealth, in your mindset, in your heart, in your contribution, your spirituality, give yourself half an hour. Sit down. Write down what are the areas of your life that are significant to you. Because most people, I guarantee you, most people can't get a haircut. It's the truth. Most people are busy doing the wrong things. It's not about busyness. It's about doing what's important and significant. Don't just do what's important. Paying your bills is important. But there's a time to pay your bills. What's really significant is knowing what's fundamental to your present and future success. What's your relationship like with your family? What's your relationship like with money? What's your relationship like with spirituality? What's your relationship like with other areas of your life that are important to you? I mean, people nurture their vehicles. They love their vehicles. They get them MOT'd and they get them serviced all the time and they polish them and all the rest of it. But the most important thing is you. You are priceless. You really are. And you can make such a huge difference in your life and the lives of other people simply by being a better version of you. And if you have to reinvent yourself, go and do it. Don't wait for the naysayers and the dream stealers and the doom mongerers and all the rest of it. Most people are settled for life. Oh, what's the phrase? Excuse my language. Life's a bitch and then you die. Well, if that's your mantra, you know what? You need to get yourself a new mantra. Get something that serves you. Get yourself an accountability partner that works with you, supports you. Jessica, long time no see. When are you in London, the UK again? And Prajesh, you're the motor man. I know that, Fantastic. So, simple tips. Hope you found this useful. First of all, just for summarizing. Number one, what is significant to you? I've given you clues. Secondly, what is your attitude like? Your reality check. What is your attitude like to these things? And be honest. Don't say I have a fantastic relationship with my family if you don't. Decide how you want to improve your attitude to these things. Decide the action steps you need to take. And do them consistently. As I said before, the secret to success and to failure is exactly the same. It's doing a number of things in a consistent way over a period of time. And here's a quick analogy. If you had a hamburger from McDonald's, for example, you're not going to go obese and ill and everything else, but if you had a hamburger twice a day for the next 6 months, I reckon your health would be pretty shite. Likewise, you decide I'm going to go raw food today. So what? Big deal. But if you start going raw food and eating the right food and whatever it is for your salads on a regular basis and drinking the right water on a regular basis, in 6 months, you'll be a different person. Take the right steps, you'll accomplish a lot more. Get some professional help and get an accountability partner who's not going to just be your friend, but will call you up on it and say, you know what? You're BSing. your belief system is not working for you. I'm Kirit Pankani. I hope you found this useful. Please share it with your friends. It's the first one of 2018. But you know what? It's going to be February soon. And then it's going to get to March. And then people say, you know what? Let's write off 2018. We'll wait for 2019. Screw that. I was at the doctor's this morning, just in closing. And whilst I was at the standing by reception, there was this lady who was, beside herself in emotion. She'd had some diagnosis that was not very, pleasant from what I could tell. And she was beside herself. And, I was just kind of paying a little bit of attention to what was going on there. And she was saying, if I had 2 more years, if I had just 2 more years, I could do this and I could do that. And you know what, I'm going to, sort myself out, and I'm going to be there for my family, and I'm going to, follow my dream, I'm going to write that book, and I'm going to travel the world. And whether the receptionist should have said this or not, she said, well, 2 years would be very lucky. That's some people for you. And that made her feel worse, obviously, because I think her actual diagnosis is she's got a year left. And I was thinking there, why do you need to get or wait till you get the diagnosis that it's all over before you start to live your life? You could be the healthiest person on the planet and get run over by a bus tomorrow. And if you live around here in West London, I tell you, the bus drivers are lunatics. If you're a bus driver watching this, yeah, I'm talking to you. So what I'm saying to you is, don't wait till someone else tells you that your time is up. Really, don't wait till then. And this is advice I'm taking for myself. I had to go to the doctor, and when I go to the doctor, we usually sort of, we don't actually discuss anything medical usually. We end up discussing, his property investments and stuff like that. But he's a fantastic doctor. And I thought I'd go and get an MOT on myself. Because, I've had some health challenges as well. And so anything I'm sharing with you, I'm not just telling you from a book. I'm telling you because I've experienced it. If you want to know about depression, I can tell you about depression. If you want to know about pain, I can tell you about pain too. So this isn't some shelf help book, as I call it. It's real experience, and I'm telling you that I can get through it, and I can, and I'm still learning, and I can thrive, and I can help people. If I can do it, so can you, because you're my brothers and my sisters and my friends. And the world is going to pot, and I mean it's going to pot if we don't stand up and start doing something different. And it begins with you. So put your house in order first, and then start serving everybody else, because you can't serve from an empty cup. And as Prajesh says, you know what, you've got to take control of your destiny. Control. I'm a firm believer, I said it before, don't wait for circumstances to change, and then don't react to changing circumstances. You happen to circumstances. You bend the circumstances to your will, and you will leverage time, and I promise you, your life will change beyond your wildest imagination. And I want to help you get there. So if you want my help, you want coaching, training, etc., hit me up, a lot of people say, Kirit, we can't afford you. I say, well, you don't know that yet. How big is your dream? How big is your dream? But most important of all, if you want some help, hit me up. I'm not one of these people who's unapproachable. God, I need to sort this beard out too. Crisp. But I care about you, and you know that. So most of all, thank you for watching. Take the advice on board and do something about it. And, let's make 2018 your best year. Not full of woes, but wows. And you know what? You could be on the right path and some shite can happen. You could be in a very joyous place and things can happen. You can have a loss of a loved one. You could be, some idiot can smash in the back of you, as has happened to me, And I'm talking about vehicles, by the way. Cheeky. And it can knock you sideways. So don't wait for life to get better. You get better, and life will bend. Hope you've enjoyed this. Share it with your friends. Give us some feedback. All feedback is good. They say feedback is the breakfast of champions, but I'm on my 3rd breakfast, so time for brunch. I love you lots. Hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know what button you press on my phone now, because It's a funky phone. But there you are. Just get on with it. I love you lots. Bye for now.